Barely 5 miles from the BBC's television centre here in West London is a land rarely visited by tourists and travellers. Yet behind these neat-clipped hedges, net curtains and trim front doors, an extraordinary culture once briefly flourished. This is Pythonland. Oh, hello. I filmed here once, a long time ago. Just wonder if I could come in and have a look around.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks. Thanks very much. So small. Can't believe we've got 4, 5, 6 milkmen in here. Thanks very much. By the way, I've got something to put on the wall. Is that all right?
You do what you like. It's not my house.
In Pythonland, the extraordinary always happened in the most ordinary places.
Typing machine, Mr. Clark. New brain. Typing machine, Mrs. Worrell. Stapling machine, Mrs. Zambezi.
And on the roads, too, vicious gangs of keep left signs.
Right, stop it. This film's got silly.
Due to budgetary constraints, the heartland of Python was never more than a short bus ride from Television Centre. One local street rich in Python heritage is Thorpe Bank Road, Shepherd's Bush. Now 96, 94. Like this.
And I've seen
That must be the new gas cooker.
Hello, I'm Michael Palin.
Hello.
May we talk to you a moment?
I recognise your face.
Well, that's very nice. Why? Where do you recognise me from?
I don't know.
That's the trick question. It was a long time ago. 30 years ago, I came to this house with a team of reprobates, comedians, and we played a sketch here. We tried to sell someone a gas cooker.
Could I speak to Mrs. G. Crump, please?
Oh, there's nobody here of that name. It's Mrs. G. Pinnett, 46 Edgenham Road.
Well, it says Crump here. I've done it, Harry.
Yeah, it's on the invoice.
Yeah, it's definitely Crump.
Well, there must have been a mistake because the address is right, and that's definitely the cooker I ordered.
Do you know if there's anyone in this particular area who would remember the filming that we did here 30 years ago?
30 years ago, well, the person I know who's been here longer than that is my neighbour next door, Joe.
Joe?
Yes,
Joe?
Joe Lyons.
Joe Lyons. Hello, excuse me, I'm Michael Palin from
no,
Monty
you
Python
are.
team. Oh, you
Yeah.
do? Oh, well, I'm
Yeah, because I
Where's
remember...
my... Very nice
I
to see you,
remember
Joe.
when I
Yes.
And some,
Yeah,
There
well,
you go.
your name,
yeah,
your
'cause
neighbour here.
They
your
run in my
yeah.
passage, didn't they?
Yes.
Terry Jones.
But you remember it?
I remember
Oh,
it. Yeah.
that's
I was coming home from work.
Yeah.
See, the chaps were dressed up as guest inspectors, weren't they?
Yeah.
That's right, isn't it?
What about Tarpano?
Not to be Ford 4.
Barking, isn't it?
There's Clapton Junction.
What about Lewisham?
Hillsdown.
In central, yes.
All the right, Slim.
Because that used to be a corner shop over there. Where
Oh,
that
right.
house is.
Yes, yes.
And John Cleese came out here doing his old funny walk,
Yeah.
and he walked down that street there.
You remember that?
And then these chaps with the brown overalls, you remember them?
Yeah.
They run down here, well, they did, and they walk slow, and they slow the camera up.
That's right. Well, yeah, probably they did. I mean, we had about 20 people all in
That's
the
right,
same
yeah.
outfit trying to
Yeah,
sell
that's
someone a
right,
gas
yeah.
cooker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Been
right.
on any troubles lately?
Well, only around Thorpe Bank Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there we are. Look, that's what we're going to give you. Absolutely free
Oh,
of charge.
lovely.
No rental.
Oh, that is
That's
gorgeous.
it, and you put on the side of your
Okay,
house.
brilliant.
All right,
Thank you.
so I'm going to leave you with that, and I'm going to try and go across the road and see that. What was the shop?
Corner shop, that's right.
Hello. Good morning. I'm sorry about this. It's a gross intrusion. But I'm Michael Palin, and we're looking around at some of the old sort of locations that we shot Python in. And did you know this was actually a corner shop, little grocer's? Did you know that?
It used to be a shop, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, about 3 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was converted just a little while ago.
Well, a very, very important Python sketch began here. You were probably hardly born when Python began, I should think.
Well, I was in some
Must be
reruns.
1969. This was, we worked here.
That was about 7 years before I was born.
Yeah. We do have actually a wall plaque, which, if you would like it, we can put on your wall commemorating the great event. Is that okay?
That would be wonderful.
Ah, that's
Love that.
Well, here we go. There you are, you see. Sort of adorn your property in all weathers. A short, silly walk down the Uxbridge Road takes you into darkest Pythonland, the London borough of Ealing, an area known for courageous exploits and valiant endeavours.
Climbing, the world's loneliest sport, where hardship and philosophy go hand in glove. And here, another British expedition attempting to be the first man to successfully climb the north face of the Uxbridge Road.
But nothing's ever quite what it seems to be in Pythonland. The part of the Uxbridge Road was in fact here played by the South Ealing Road. It was in this very gutter that Graham Chapman gave one of his finest performances. Well, you'll see how this part of Pythonland has come down a bit in the world since then, and you can tell how long ago we shot it by the number of cars on the road.
Such quiet.
Why was it exactly that the Python team kept coming back to places like Acton High Street here? They were perhaps making some subconscious acknowledgement of their own suburban upbringing. They're perhaps making a cry of protest on behalf of a disaffected generation. When it comes to anonymous parts of London, Lammas Park Road, West 5 must come pretty near top of the list. Nothing much has happened here for over 1,000 years. But this was a veritable Hollywood of Python film locations, a place so dull that almost anything that happened seemed exciting.
This man is no ordinary man.
But Bicycle Repairman was a finely crafted, multi-locational sketch. Cut with no regard to expense to a laundrette in Acton.
Hey!
It's Bicycle Repairland!
From Lammas Park Road, you can catch a bus to almost anywhere in Pythonland. Oddly enough, the Japanese have produced a guide to Python places in London. Shows the inexplicable international interest in such amazingly dull places. But they do mention one of my favourite Python spots, which is Teddington Lock. I'm going to try and see if I can get there using this map. This looks like the stop. Are you the lockkeeper?
Hello there. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very pleased to meet you. I did a very silly thing here about 30 years ago.
All right.
With the Monty Python team. I don't know if anyone remembers it here.
I do. I remember the fish slapping one. Yes, I've obviously looked into that since I've been working down there.
Right. Because you're in the book, you know, you're in this little book here.
Are we?
About, yes, a Japanese guidebook says number 23, that's Teddington Lock.
No, I haven't seen that.
That's amazing, because you were John Cleese's, you see that?
Right.
And I was here. Do-do-do, whack, I did that, yeah. That was a hell of a fall. Must have been crazy. Very little of the early filming went much beyond the borders of Pythonland. Our final destination was an exception. Thanks to a special off-peak railway excursion fare, Monty Python was allowed a 90-mile day trip to Poole Harbour in Dorset. And it was here that we filmed this. Well, I've worked out that the place on the beach here where I emerged all those years ago was just about here. And the shot itself should have been completely easy. All I had to do was actually walk into the water, get to a point where the water was deep enough, submerge, and wait for someone to call action. The trouble was that the beach itself was actually quite shallow. So I had to keep walking until I actually got underneath the water. So it took me further, and further, and further, and further, and further, and further still. Now this was the spot. Yes, I can feel the shell under my right foot, the same shell I started from 30 years ago, and I had to go down under the water, wait for the director to shout action, come up and emerge towards the beach. So, here goes.
Action! Action! Michael?